True story. Years ago, I played a gig up in Folsom, California with a Johnny Cash tribute band. We were playing for the grand opening of the Johnny Cash Bridge in Folsom, California. There was a ribbon cutting being cut by Johnny Cash's daughter, Rosanne Cash, and the news was there, and we were up on the bridge right as they cut the ribbon. You know, they were filming everything, and then we kicked into playing Johnny Cash tunes. So I want to share with you a song that we played that day. You'll only need a couple chords to play it. So grab your guitar and let's dive into this Cocaine Blues guitar lesson. Now, Cocaine Blues was originally written by T.J. Red Arnall in 1947. Now, it was recorded and titled as Cocaine Blues, but it's actually an adaptation of an early folk song called Little Sadie. But Johnny Cash's version is the most famous. It's the one that kind of put the song on the map, and it's a storytelling song. To be honest, the lyrics are a little brutal, but I think the overall story and the sentiment of the tune is positive. It's more of a cautionary tale. It starts off telling the story about this guy named Willie Lee who kills his woman and then flees to Mexico to try to escape, but eventually he gets caught and brought back to justice. And this is sort of his final message, you know, as he's getting sentenced to prison for life, as he says, "Come on, you hypes, listen unto me, lay off that whiskey and let that cocaine be." So it's a positive message at the end. Let me show you the two chords. There are two chords that make up the majority of the song. There's 4 total in the song. The first one is a C, and you'll notice that I have a capo here. If you want to play along with the Johnny Cash Live at Folsom version, you will need a capo on the 1st fret. Now you can play it without a capo, you'll just be in C. It'll be a slightly lower pitch, but if you want to play along with the recording, it's C capoed 1, so it's really like C sharp or D flat concert pitch. So the chords we're going to be using are C, which is just 3, 2, open, 1, open, and then G, which I play as like a folk style here, so 3, 2, open, 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 3. And that's using these fingers, right? So you could do this, but it's just an easier switch when we go like, when we play some of those little country licks and stuff in between. So those are the 2 chords. Now the rhythm is gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3. And then we start the verse. So what I did there was play the 3rd fret of the low E, and this is from the capo, right? So 3, then open 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. And I'm walking up into the C chord. That's from the C major scale. See that there? Now the technique that we're going to use is called a boom chick rhythm. And what you do is you do a light palm mute with your strum hand and you alternate the strings 5, 4, 6, 4. So when you go to 6, you lift up that ring finger and play the 3rd fret on the 5th string, then 3rd fret on the 6th string, and go back and forth. So you get this. And that's what the band would do, like, you know, imagine Johnny Cash walking out on stage, right? So that's the first part, and if you've struggled to be able to figure out the notes and chords in your favorite songs so you can play along, then go to johnmcclennan.com/golden-ear and grab my free ear training cheat sheet. Ear training is how I've been able to put up over thousands of song lessons on the internet and be able to just listen to songs that I like and figure them out and know, oh yeah, that's a C and the capo's on the 1st fret, and be able to hear all of that stuff instinctually. And I want to share with you how I did that. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/golden-ear and grab this free ear training cheat sheet right now. And then they start the verse. Now the verse is an 8-bar progression. This is the majority of the song. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the basic idea there. Now I'm doing this boom chick, And then I have these little walks in between, like the intro there. Now those I'll kind of lift up, so it's not as muted. I kind of lift it up a little bit there. So you go C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and then walk. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and then on beat 4 here in the third bar I go, I play the second fret of the 5th string to open. So it's, okay, here's the first 3 bars. 1, 2, 3. Then I go to G, and here I just alternate 6, 4. Okay, so it's 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. 3 bars, and then we go and do the walk up. Okay, so backing up those 3 bars go 1, 2, 3. Okay, now when we hit that C, we just hit it and then get off. So you hit the note and then rest with your strum hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Then come back in on that pickup bass line on the and a 3, 3, and 4, and 1. And then it just repeats over for each verse. Here's what it sounds like one more time. 1, 2, 3. Right, and then we just go back and repeat it again. Now there's one final part, and this is where the last 2 chords of the song come in, and this is how you end the song, again, with those final lyrics that I mentioned at the beginning. So the 2 new chords are F, which I play as a bar chord here at the 1st fret, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, and then D7 from the 4th string down, open, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now for these patterns, for the F, we're gonna go 6, 4, 5, 4. So we'll go. And then for the D7, we'll go 4, 3, 5, 3. So just varying those patterns a little bit. So if I put it all together, it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I did 1 measure of C, 3 and 4, and 1 measure of F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 measure of D7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then a measure of G, but I do the bass line in there, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then C, this is the final ending, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it ends on beat 4, and you do the boom chick pattern for 3 beats, and then just strum a C on beat 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So here's the ending played as one piece. Now remember, we just do verse after verse of that first part over and over, and then when you go to end, you play this. 3, 4, and... Just a couple chords, that's all you need to play this classic song. Now, if you've struggled to figure out the notes and chords in all your favorite songs, then go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and grab my free ear training cheat sheet. This is gonna help you be able to hear things on recordings or pick up sounds from lessons faster without tabs, without sheet music, and without even having to watch a lesson, because your ear will just tell you, and that's the ultimate goal. Just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and grab this free ear training cheat sheet now. As always, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this one, you might like this one next.